James to the rescue. James is a bright red engine. He is very proud of his polished paintwork, his tidy tender, and his bubbling boiler. James thinks he is one of the most special engines on the Fat Controller's railway. One morning, James puffed proudly into the Sodor Search and Rescue Centre. He glowed grandly.
Good morning! Today, the Fat Controller has asked me to be the Sodor Island rescue engine. I am to wait for the call to action.
Percy was puzzled.
What's a call to act on, Thomas?
Thomas smiled at his best friend.
A call to action is when James is told he has to go and rescue an engine.
It is the call, Percy, for me to be a hero.
Percy wheeshed with wonder. James puffed with pride, and Toby trundled in. Toby beamed from buffer to buffer.
Hello, James. The Fat Controller has asked me to be a rescue engine with you.
James gasped.
Why?
You might need my help.
James shuddered and juddered.
I will not need your help. Thank you, Toby.
Then the rescue centre manager walked quickly from his office.
Gordon has hit broken track crossing the Fenland. James and Toby, you must chuff right away to rescue him.
James pumped his pistons, his wheels whirred.
Wait for me, James. Gordon's a big engine. You'll need my help to rescue him.
James steamed snootily.
Toby, Sodor rescue engines are steam engines. You are a steam tram. Steam trams can't be rescue engines.
Toby blinked. Thomas was cross.
Toby can be a rescue tram. He'll be the best on Sodor.
But James wasn't listening. He whooshed away with a huff and a puff, while Toby rattled and rocked behind. James steamed slowly as the children cheered.
I'm the rescue engine on Sodor for the day. I'm a very busy engine. Stand back, watch out, make way.
James wheeshed up to Gordon. Gordon's front wheels were off the track.
Rescue engine to the ready. I'll pull you back on track in no time.
Toby's bell jingled and jangled.
Excuse me, James. I don't think that's a good idea. Gordon is too heavy. I'll go and fetch Rocky.
James snorted and sniffed.
I will rescue Gordon. I will not need help. Thank you, Toby.
So James was coupled up to Gordon. James heaved and James hauled. He huffed and he puffed. His face went as red as his paintwork.
Nearly there, Gordon!
Gordon shuddered and juddered. Gordon's driving wheels fell off the track.
Bother.
Oh, the indignity!
Excuse me, James. I think we need Rocky.
No, thank you, Toby. I shall puff around to shunt Gordon back on the tracks.
On the way back to Gordon, children cheered James and Toby. James's firebox fizzed and whizzed.
I'm the rescue engine on Sodor for the day. I'm a very busy engine. Stand back, watch out, make way.
James and Toby chuffed in behind Gordon.
Rescue engine to the ready.
Gordon grunted grumpily.
Excuse me, James. I think Rocky...
No, thank you, Toby. I do not need Rocky's help.
James buffered up behind Gordon. James shoved and James shunted. He huffed and he puffed. His cheeks went as red as his paintwork.
Nearly there, Gordon!
Then there was trouble. The track creaked and crumbled. Then it cracked.
Oh,
Gordon groaned.
oh, the indignity. Oh.
Toby's bell jingled and jangled.
I don't want to be a bother, James, but I think it's time for Rocky.
No, thank you. Toby, I am the rescue engine, and I have a plan.
Very good, James.
What we need is speed and spin. Back up and watch the rescue.
So James backed up. Toby backed up. And Gordon waited. Then James pumped his pistons, his boiler bubbled, and his firebox fizzed.
Rescue engine to the ready!
James roared and raced down the track. He hit Gordon's buffer with a biff and a bash and a terrible smash. Gordon the Grand had toppled off the track into the muddy fen, and James the rescue engine had splished and sploshed into the mud after him.
Oh, the indignity.
Oh, my paintwork.
James felt terrible.
I am not a rescue engine. I am not a hero. I am not the brightest red engine on Sodor. I am the silliest and muddiest engine.
Oh.
Toby chuffed over carefully.
Excuse me, can I help, James?
Yes, Toby, I need your help. Please go and fetch Rocky.
Happy to help, James.
A few moments later.
Together, James and Toby were fine rescue engines. They shunted and pulled Charlie to the water tower.
Rescue engines to the ready!
They brought diesel oil to Mavis when she had run out.
Rescue engines to the ready!
And they pushed Percy to the steamworks when his traction rods rattled.
Rescue engines to the ready!
At last, at the end of a long day, James and Toby clickety-clacked along the track into the Sodor Search and Rescue Centre.
We're the rescue engines on Sodor for the day! We're very busy engines! Stand back, watch out, make way!
I hear you two have been busy.
Yes, sir! Thank you for sending Toby to help me, sir. He is the best rescue tram on the whole of Sodor.